Eat this, drink that, go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to HCA East Florida's Eat This, Drink That, Go, presented by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau and presented live by History Miami Museum, where we are right now. This is the middle of their Gridiron Glory exhibit, which will be here at the museum until February the 9th, right through the Super Bowl. And speaking of the Super Bowl, you know, Brenda Bassett, of course, she's not part of the Super Bowl, but Rodney Barreto is the chairman of the host committee, and he has been 2007, 2010, and of course this year as well. Welcome.
Thank you, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm great. This is a great exhibit for people coming in town who might not have a ticket to the game. Maybe they do, but it's a great thing to come and see all of this.
I got to tell you what, the history of football is right here. You just need to come down and experience it. I mean, from leather helmets to leather shoulder pads to modern day, technology that's in the game.
To all of the Miami Dolphins that are in the Super Bowl. This exhibit
The
travels
local
around
legends,
to Super Bowl cities, and we're glad to have both the game and this exhibit here. Again, it's at History Miami Museum. You can see it all the way through February 9th. There's so many events for this year's Super Bowl, and each year you host this thing, you chair this thing. There's something new. What's the newest thing that you're most excited about?
Well, as you know, it's more than a game. This is going to be a week-long celebration, and we're going to do Super Bowl live at Bayfront Park. So the headquarter hotel for the NFL is going to be at the Intercontinental Hotel. And so we're going to activate the whole park to Bayside. It's going to be free concerts, free activation. We're building a temporary marina. We're going to have waterfront activities. So we're going to have a lot for everybody. We're going to have fireworks at night. Just a real celebration and the real flavor of Miami. We'll have a culinary event in the middle of the park. We're going to have an environmental event in the park because we're going to talk a lot about our environment in the community. Because if you look at it, the stadium fits between the ocean and the Everglades.
Right.
And we're going to really put the emphasis on that this year.
There's so much to do. I mean, at that same time here in South Florida, we've got the Super Bowl. We've got Art Basel. We're going to talk a little bit with Bruce Orr, the chairman of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, in a few minutes.
Miami's happening.
It is.
It is.
How has this grown, both the game and it being in South Florida, since you started doing that?
Oh, it's just grown leaps and bounds. But here's the most important part. You know what? If you think about our last Super Bowl was 10 years ago, 2010. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have this in Bayfront Park. And think about what wasn't here in 2010.
Let's see.
I'll just start with the Perez Art Museum,
right.
The Museum of Science, the port over to the tunnel, going over to the port. All the people living in downtown Miami, then all the emerging neighborhoods, Brickell, Wynwood, Alapaya,
Midtown,
the Design District, all that's on fire. And of course, Miami Beach is always great, so we're going to have a lot of activity from both sides of the bay.
And it's a 10-year gap, but we don't have many gaps for Super Bowls.
Right.
And now that the stadium is in the condition that it's in, thanks to Stephen Ross and all the money he put into it, are we going to get more Super Bowls?
Well, it's funny because, you helped us go bid on the Super Bowl.
We lost that one.
We lost that one. But we won't talk about that one. But yes, you know what? They have changed it now. You don't bid on them no more. They invite you. And we've already been invited.
Oh,
so we've already filled out the paperwork.
Right.
And they give you a list of criteria. You say, will you do this, this, and this? And I said, yes. And I signed the paperwork, and now it's up to the owners.
And when would the game be?
So it'd be either 2025 to 30. One of those we will get.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And how many people do they invite?
Well, no, we don't know. So
they
just a handful of teams that they'll reach out to. So they've changed their process. They saw what we went through this last time, and it was a binder of 585 pages, and it takes a lot of time, effort, and money to put that together.
But the Super Bowl is more than just a game, as Rodney said. There's so many wonderful things to do in the city of Miami and our surrounding communities. So come and enjoy it, and stop here at History Miami Museum. Bring your friends down here, because if you love NFL football, there's nothing better than this museum. Jerseys, helmets, things from the 1920s, championship trophies.
Size of their legs. There was
compared to NFL football players like the bust.
Yeah.
We'll give you a tour a little bit later on in the program. Rodney, good luck with it. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.
Thanks for.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda.
We're going to come back and we'll talk about some of the other great events that are coming to South Florida, like Art Basel with Bruce Orr, the chairman of the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, right after this on Eat This, Drink That, Go.
Eat this, drink that, go.